Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Forever Stranded. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing amazing. So I am trying to get a little bit of the enchanted stuff that we have here in our storage system kind of cleaned up by removing the enchantments from it. So I've set up this little system here. I have a dropper on each side. So I put my enchanted items over here. I have books over here. They fall down onto a wooden pressure plate in front of the atomic reconstructor with the enchanting ring on it, or lens, and the disenchanting lens. And so it removes the enchantments. Now, the only problem with this is all the more books that I have left. And our sugarcane supply is absolutely horrendous. So I think we need to set ourselves up a little bit of a spot that we can get some sugarcane. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this process on hold for a moment. Now, of course, doing this is hurting the storage system at the moment because we are getting more enchanted books versus the armor. Well, I guess it's still a 1-to-1 for the books. But my goal is to take our enchanted books. So if we look up book, we have a lot of enchanted books, some of which have large numbers of quantities. But I want to take a lot of these and combine them together into their better counterparts, like these two Unbreaking 2 books we would combine into an Unbreaking 3. Now, the problem with that is the Unbreaking 3 book that we would make would have a higher enchantment cost to transfer onto an item. So I think what I would do then is transfer that onto an item and then run it back through the disenchanter. We would lose a book, but we would have a clean book at that point. At least I think that would be the case. I know later on that was added in. I don't remember if that was added yet in 1.10. So yeah, but that's what I want to be working on today. By the way, ender pearls, yeah, we can't seem to... The number of ender pearls we have is insane. But so I was thinking about the layout that we have for our base here, and I was going to do some ore processing over here, and I realized, no, I don't want to do that. I want this side of the main avenue, basically, to be farm-related things, and that side over there to be the more industrial stuff. So we've got the Better with Mods building, we have the power factory, and so next to the power factory is probably where we will put our first smelting or processing, whatever we want to say, building. But over here, next to our cactus farm and water production, which, by the way, I did set up a reinforced cache here for the cactus. We had 10,000 in here. We are now at 22. The amount of cactus that we get from that farm is absurd. I mean, that farm, even though it is so simple, it's just the fact that it is always loaded, it is always active, and there's a huge amount of cactus here. But so anything that we do as far as farm things, we want to have the farms either on the roof of the building or on a balcony out in front or something like that. But for the sugarcane farm, because that is where we're running into problems with the sugarcane farm to be able to make paper, we want to do, I believe it is in forestry, I believe we can do, so these farms from forestry, I believe we can do this here. So let's just get the last little bit here. And so in order to do a farm for sugarcane in forestry, I believe we need a specialized tube. So let's just, there's a succulent farm. I don't know if succulents, no, reed farm, diamantine. So in order to make an actual sugarcane farm, we need to get one of these guys. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff that we need to do to get into forestry. But before we do that, I want to get the next portion of the building built. So we need to add on to the side of this thing. I don't know for sure. We might go up, we might go out. I don't know. But I'm going to add on to here, and I will be back in just a moment. Well, I went to go and start building and realized I had not a single oak log in the system. Now, I did have one stack of oak logs in my building chest, but one stack of logs is not going to go very far. So, yeah, I'm out here farming wood now. So, yeah, we will probably want to also set up a place for some tree farms. And I know that forestry is capable of that one. So, yeah, we might have to look into that as well. Well, I have to say, I'm really liking that. So I was trying to decide what to do with that area, and what I ended up doing was making a covered area over the walkway, and that will allow our buildings above to be larger without interfering with the walkways. So we have a large arch we can see on the main intersection. That intersection can go back to that entrance, or we can go along underneath. And I think that is great. So if we take a look at this, yeah, I mean, there is a lot of detail here. Obviously, there's a lot of torches in here. And I don't know, we may want to look at some other lighting options because, well, torches just start to look bad after a while. Now, there is a little bit of space along the front here that I don't know what I'm going to do with for sure. But from the inside, it looks really nice. It's a tunnel that has the ability to have the roof above it. Yeah, I'm liking this. It's got little windows that we can look into the next portion of the building. And yeah, I like I say, I really like it. So I was thinking while I was doing this, you know, we want to be able to look at some different ways of doing things, but honestly, I think just a good old-fashioned vanilla sugarcane farm might be the best thing in the world for this. You know, we basically did a vanilla-esque cactus farm. The only thing about it that's not vanilla is the ranged collector. So if we set up something like this with a ranged collector, you know, and then had pistons breaking the sugarcane, I think we would be able to have a great deal, plenty of that. And because of that, I'm actually kind of feeling like we could put that inside of the building rather than on the roof. So yeah, I think I'm going to do a little bit of checking on what we have available in this version and how I could set that up. Obviously, SNAD will make that grow tremendously faster. So I'm going to get to it, and I will be back in a moment. So after a great deal of digging through JEI in this mod pack, I have kind of decided that what looks like the best solution to be able to make my sugarcane farm work will be to use integrated dynamics. So we need to make a few things here. We already have the materializer, which we are going to need. I made another variable store. We are going to need a few more things, and I think we have some cables in here. So if we go at integrated, integrated, yeah, we have a few cables. I don't know how many of those we're going to need. We definitely need a logic programmer because that is, oh, really? Crafting table, right? Yes, we need a crafting table. All right, that is what I want. Okay, so we need that. And then what we're going to need is one of these readers. And I think the one that we are going to want, let's just look here at all of these. So I think the one that we want is actually this block reader. So this doesn't look too bad. It's cobblestone, dirt, and an input variable. So let's go ahead and grab that, and we will just see if this works. Now we're going to need a lot of variable cards, and I think we'll grab some display panels too, because that should basically be enough. Now, one other thing that we're going to want is a redstone writer. This is going to come in handy later on, but let's just see what we can do with this thing. So, I have decided the sugarcane itself, I think I'm going to put inside of this room. So let's go ahead and just punch down a little of this stuff, and we will start setting up a few of the things here. So we want to set our block reader on the side of this, and what I want to do is see what this comes up as. So what we're going to do, we are going to put down our logic programmer. Actually, we could have put it closer, but whatever. We're going to put down a logic cable here and a logic cable here. Excuse me. Okay, well, let's see if we can wrench this guy and get it to... Am I... Oh, no, I don't need the logic programmer here. I need the variable store. That is not the variable store. That is the variable store. Okay, so we need that guy. So let's go ahead and pick that guy back up. And then we are going to need one display. So let's see here now. So we want... Let's just see here. What does this... So it does say the block is sugarcane. So that is perfect. So what we're going to want to do is put a variable in here. And that is going to get a block aspect card. Then we need the materializer. So if we put down the materializer, what we can do is take this card, put it in here, and if we put a new variable card in here... Oh, wrong direction. We need it to go this way, I believe. No? What? Do I have to connect this to the network? I do. I indeed do. Okay. So, if we do this, now can we... There we go. Okay. So now this has the information saying sugarcane. So that is our constant now for the sugarcane block. So now what we can do, let's go ahead and move this guy. And so grab that. We will place it here and then put the block reader right there. That should still say sugarcane for the block that is in front of it. If we punch that, now it should say air. So that is perfect. That is what we want. So now we want our logic programmer. We are going to check an equals. And so we are going to take our, we're going to have to grab our variable card here. So if we do an equal operator with the constant sugarcane with our variable block, put that into an output. Now this is going to be true or false depending on whether these are equal to each other. So let's go ahead and throw both of these into there, and we will need this one still. So finally, well, I guess, yeah, we need this one. So now what we will do is we will grab our redstone writer. We'll place this here. In this, we will do our Boolean type, and this should turn the redstone on or off based on whether sugarcane is in front of it. Right now it is false. If we go ahead and put a sugarcane in front of that, now it is true. So that should give us what we need. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit of redstone and see if this works. And in fact, we are going to grab ourselves a piston as well, because this should do everything that we need. So let's go ahead and clear that. We will grab a piston. Just a regular piston will do fine for this. And then some redstone. Redstone. Okay, so finally we will... Oh, and that is something else. I tried this redstone observer. I have no idea how it works. Couldn't get it to do anything. I don't know. I'm probably not using it right, but it's whatever. But so now, if we take our piston and bring it back over here, and yes, I did see some comments saying that I need to get some more of the crafting terminals around the area. We will be getting those eventually. So let's grab a few blocks so that we have something to work with. And let's go ahead and set, so we will set a couple of blocks here. We will set our piston on top of that. And so now our redstone emitter, which I guess, I don't know, I didn't put anything for a display, but whatever. So our redstone emitter should be able to put out power to this redstone, and that will power the block, which should fire the piston. So let's go ahead and get up here. We will grab a sugarcane. If we place this here, the piston pulses and it immediately breaks the sugarcane. So sugarcane grows, it's immediately broken. So yes, I am starting to understand integrated dynamics. That is really nice. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up one of these systems which really we can have, all that we need is 2 blocks. We need 1 block for the reader and the redstone writer. So if we grab this guy, we should be able to place it right here. So we can place our redstone writer right there, and then we could have a single drop of redstone right there. So that allows us to fire the piston right next to it and see the sugarcane right next to it. We can then remove all of these. And then finally, we can remove these and take our variable store and place it right here. Put all of our variables back in. And we need our Boolean operator back in here. And that should cover... Oh. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. If we put a block there and then set this, so I think this, yeah, so it is strong power. So strong power, we should be good. So if we put a sugarcane here, no. Okay. That's a bit of a problem. So strong power, oh, we need this to be true. I think. Okay. Okay, I'm confused on that. Change this back to false. So now if we place this down, still nothing happens. Alright, well, that's a bit of a problem. Just as a test, I will go ahead and remove this. That was not what I intended to do. Even though it did work. Okay, so if we place our redstone here, and we place this, yeah, so we might be able to have the writer writing directly onto the piston, but this does work. But so I am going to have a whole line of pistons firing all at the same time and only have one sensing location. And then we will have whatever ranged collectors grabbing all of those items. So we may have a couple of rows of these, but this should work really good. So I'm going to start putting all this stuff together. Hopefully I can get it all to work nice and neatly. Well, I am definitely going to have to do some decorating with this, but this thing is actually working now. And yeah, like I say, I wish there was a way to make these look a little nicer. Now I could put this thing over here on this side and have it a bit more hidden, but I mean, it still works. But the nice part is, it works. So yes, right now I don't have my ranged collector set up here, so I do have to walk by and manually collect this stuff. But like I say, it is working. So I am really, really happy about that. So decoration is going to be a bit of a problem here. Now, as you can see, I have done some work with the floors here, and I actually added a little bit of a wall here and closed up the area that goes to the top. I am not entirely sure, like I was saying before, how we are going to be doing that. I feel like it's not going to be pretty if we try to do something there. So I may look at some other options for getting up there, whether it be further away, or if we even go ahead and put in some elevators. I am not entirely sure. Now, I don't know for sure how I want to make this look. I put these trapdoors along this wall just to kind of break things up a little, and so I thought I should put them on this wall, but then I can't go up and down the height changes. They're just in general, I don't know. I like it, and at the same time, I don't. I'm not entirely sure what I should do with all of this. But I also kind of feel like this area here gets a bit too tall. So when we drop down here, I feel like we should probably have another set of blocks right here to kind of decrease the height of this area. So I don't know for sure what I'm going to do when it comes to the building part of this. But, I mean, it definitely needs some work. So I will definitely be giving that some thought. Would love to hear if you guys have any ideas on what you would like to see me do on this area. I will probably be setting up a second one of these sugarcane farms facing this other direction. So, yeah, I'll probably just have all of them running off of just the one detector, which I think should be a great deal plenty. And then I suppose we could like bury our ranged collector underneath. So I think that should work. If I can find a way to hide this, make it look a little bit nicer, I will. But I have yet to figure out anything that seems to look decent with those. So, yeah, right now it kind of is what it is. So, I do think, regardless of where we're at on the episode, I think we're a little bit short on this one. I'm going to go ahead and call it good on this one because, yeah, if I don't, I will be late on this video. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or anything that you would like to see me work on, be sure to leave that down in the comments. If you have any ideas for decorating the sugarcane farm, I would love to hear them. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!